Today we're gonna keep finishing up on the front end reassembly, starting with the cooling system, and we'll see how far we get. All right, as you saw in my little cheesy intro, we got a Mishimoto radiator we're gonna use. We're gonna stick with Mishimoto for everything else. So we've got a manual controller. We're gonna adjust this to a very low setting just to keep the car cool as possible. We're gonna be running it super hard, so I went with the probed system. We're just gonna use the thermocouple to control the heat. So we got two of these fans. These are, I can't remember the velocity of them, but they are like one of the fastest blowing fans that Mishimoto sells, and we bought two of them. So essentially, I'm just gonna bypass the fan control system on the E46 and just run my own settings. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and set all this up. The front carrier, get that into position. And then we'll look into seeing if we can fit both fan sets. I don't know if we can or not. I haven't test fit everything yet, but I'm just gonna time lapse getting all this bolted in. We just found some silicone hoses on eBay. We had to take stock fittings from the factory, quick disconnects, and we're just gonna basically clamp those on and run them on the Mishimoto radiator. All right, so I didn't film this, but we wound up bleeding and filling the coolant system. We connected the, let's see, this mess right here. Connected to the brake reservoir. There's a little nipple on there. Can I say nipple? I could say nipple, right?
It's scientific.
Cut open, there's like a squeezed end that's pinched off. You can put the hose on there from the clutch master cylinder. We bled all the brakes except for the hydros. We're gonna do those in a little bit, but that's pretty much all straightforward. We bought we bought rack spacers from SLR. Stoppers. We might have an issue with rubbing. I don't think we will. We'll probably be like borderline, but these should get us a little bit of safety and comfort and knowing we won't be tearing our tires up and breaking the car. Everything else seems to go together okay. I couldn't find the mounts for the top radiator, so we got zip ties. It's beautiful. But we're gonna try to scavenge some of those. I don't think we ever had those with our car. But yeah, we just got a little more reassembly and we're good to go. Okay, I figure I should record some of this. We pretty much put the whole front end together, got the radiator on, pretty straightforward stuff. Got these cheap eBay headlights put in, and I installed the wiring for the halos, a little switch. Other than that, Tyler's here aligning this mofo. We're gonna be putting, we're using just some cheap eBay toe plates, cheap eBay toe plates, and trying to get a street alignment for now to get it so we can roll. All right, so in our process, we wanna get the catch can installed. So we've already done the Disa delete on the tune itself. So my plan is to make a cover for this that has a barb fitting for a hose. And we'll probably put the catch can like right here, come straight off of that and back in. All right, I'm gonna start by removing the Disa valve. All right, so now we have an open hole here. I'm gonna take measurements with calipers and get me a dimension to use to make holes for all the bolts in the middle part, and maybe an O-ring boss on it as well. We're gonna 3D print a little part with a hose barb on the end of it. So I should be able to invent something here. So we'll do that real quick. So for our catch can setup, we have our PCV breather. So for the catch can setup that I just talked about, the valve cover breather, as usual, would go normally to the vacuum plenum up here, but instead now we're running a hose this way. This is a 3/4 inch line, 3/4 inch fittings on this catch can. This is a cheap Amazon catch can. Two things to note about the Amazon catch cans, or any of them that you buy online for that matter. Metal shavings left over from manufacturing, so ensure you clean these out thoroughly before using them. Also, there's an O-ring on the actual screw part, because you can drain it by taking this bottom cup off. The O-ring itself was very inadequate. So the other part was, I wound up printing it in 2 parts. I split the model in half, and then just gluing it in the middle. We just put a ton of super glue in the center of it. I'm clamping it together while we wait for it to cure. So I put basically a 3/4 inch barb on the end of this, so that hose should just press on it. Depending on how much vacuum we have, I know before, I tried taking the oil cap off the valve cover and it will not come off. Once you do pull it, it makes a huge vacuum leak too. But if I want to restrict it a little more, I have 2 check valves coming. One a Mishimoto check valve for like a turbo setup. But the other one is just a simple Toyota Supra check valve for their PCV system. And basically I could just put it inside of here and it only flows this direction, and then I can put the entire hose and stuff over top of that. I'll get that on and show you guys how it looks. Alright, so I actually went back and gave this one more revision. I added a little tab on the side to make it offset so I could use both bolt holes, and then I just re-grooved this to be the right size also. Alright, and there's the install. Just like any other catch can setup, but my catch can's just kind of hanging loose right now. We'll make them out for it later. Alright, so we are going with chaos calibrations for our tune to get this engine running with the 325 ECU with a 330 engine and some of the stuff that we've changed on it. So currently, we're doing the download to send them the email to give them our ECU data, and we should be getting a tune sent back to us to make everything work right. Alright, it's been about 2 days. I have sent Chaos Calibrations the file that they requested from our DME. This time I'm going to go to the upload section. They say to identify the ECU to see if we have a good communication. Looks like we got it. So we're going to do a load tune. And then here is our file. We're going to do a partial upload. I have the charger on the laptop and on the car so I don't lose anything. If any of this gets interrupted, we could brick the ECU. So ensure we have full battery power. And now we wait. So that actually went pretty quick. Only took about a minute, just a minute and 3 seconds. So turning the key off for 15 seconds, and then we're gonna restart the car. Reboot, clutch in. She runs. Tune successful. So we'll see how well it performs, but overall, shout out to Chaos Calibrations. Go ahead and check them out if you're looking for a tune. All right, we've made it outside. It's running under its own power. We're gonna take it for a test run and see how it actually rolls and maybe shake down any issues. All right, we're in the Shakedown Drive right now. Tyler's behind the wheel. Seems to be good. Alignment went well. Nothing crazy jumping out at us yet. Sounds good. Stinks. Smells like rat pee, but you know, whatever.
Boomer bike.
Yeah, we'll get out on the track here soon with it. Get a shakedown break-in session first, and then we're ready to hit it. All right, so we've made it to my first drift event here. We have 2 E46s. Let me flip around and show you them. All right, this one's Emerson's car here, and this is the one we've been building. We have everything prepped. We've been working on it hard. We got everything in here, NRG wheel. We pulled the freaking horn button out just so we can actually take the wheel off if needed. We wanted to go with the quick release, but it was too long for his driving style, so we're just going to leave it off. Everything's ready. Fire extinguisher. We're going to look for getting a tech inspection here soon. Should pass it, and we're going to get rolling.
I don't know.
These boys getting the bug sprayer set up so we can keep the tires cool. Hey, just drive through a mud puddle every so often. They're everywhere.
A big fucking puddle in the middle of the
Yeah,
track.
they're everywhere. He's actually doing it. All right. We're up. Let's do it. All right, after our first few runs, these Accelera PHI tires are freaking trash. They were pretty much garbage from the get-go. Not much grip on them. Would say that's a not recommend. Not recommended for rears. We're going to be running these, yeah, these Ironmans here. They're gonna be hopefully a lot better. Everybody else is running them here, so we're gonna get going. The car is running fantastically. And I've been saying it for a while. It isn't gonna blow up now. We're gonna try to get some GoPro footage. Tyler's got the camera mounted to his face, so that works for that. We'll probably attach that in the video. Peeps have been showing much love to the MR2 today, even though it's not a drift car, and we're at a drift event with it. I decided to bring it anyway. Nice little addition. Okay, so I forgot to do an outro for this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I owe y'all an explanation video for what has been going on with the shop. I will send that next week. If you want to see what projects we have coming up and the end of this project, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Peace out.